Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and get back and get back and get grab a six pack, sit back and prepare to laugh. It's Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. Grab a six pack.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 225 of the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. I'm your host, as always. I'm Tyler. Join me with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sir Colonel Gables. What's up, buddy?
I'm doing all right, Tyler. I just got done paying a lot of different bills from today, plus I've started paying a little bit more on my layaway for my laptop, so I'm excited that I'm getting progressively closer to getting my new computer out so that I can actually start doing whatever type of projects I feel like I need to do in mine. But other than that, man, I'm doing pretty damn good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Next weekend is Labor Day weekend, so I'm excited for that. I'm already excited for that one. I'm preemptively hyped for next weekend. 3-day weekend, baby. Woo! Actually, I have Thursday and Friday off, so I got a 5-day weekend, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a good weekend. I told my boss I'm going out of town, but I'm not. I just took Thursday, Friday off. Just don't tell anybody, please. I'd probably get in a lot of trouble for that. I'm going to cut that part out. I probably won't leave it in. But no, I'm doing okay. It's Saturday night, drinking some Oktoberfest. My body has been ready for this since that went away. So I was pretty happy to start drinking that again. But also joining us, we have a good friend of ours here.
Everyone has the right to lie, Tyler.
We do. Especially when it involves getting time, which is funny because I really don't have to lie to get time off. I just told my boss. I don't know why I told her that, but I just told her I'm going out of town. I didn't want to tell her. I'm taking time off to play Mario+Rabbids.
Yeah, watch her listen to this podcast right now. It's like, oh, that's what you were doing.
It was terrible.
Like she'll give a crap.
It's gonna be really upsetting.
It was horrible.
It's gonna be really upsetting if that's a bad game. But anyways, Justin's here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm drinking a Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. That is not a sponsorship. That's real. I really like it.
They don't have to pay us for that.
No.
I'll pay them for that. I do pay them for that.
Yeah. Glad to be here.
Glad you are here.
Thank you. How are you guys doing? No. Little, not drunk, but a little tipsy. Doesn't take much.
He's been sniffing this Oktoberfest for 3 hours now.
But yeah, I'm ready. My body's also ready.
Nice. Are you ready and willing, like Gable?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yes, I am.
All right. That was the fastest intro ever. I guess we'll just, you know what? We're going to jump in the news first. We're going to do news first.
Sounds good.
We got some news to talk about, actually. Still going on. Last week, got some stuff to talk about. Not a lot of big shit, but some stuff out there to talk about. Gamescom was last week. A few things kind of came out. A couple of the big things, really, actually, are one Nintendo, one Xbox related. I'm going to start off, actually, first with, I want to talk about Fire Emblem Warriors. Okay. They announced it. They announced it at the Nintendo Switch reveal.
Yes, they did.
Yep, in January. Okay, so I don't think there's been a lot of gameplay out there, and I'll admit I haven't looked for a lot for gameplay. But every trailer that they post, I do watch on the Nintendo channel. And I have seen next to no gameplay for this thing. It's mostly just cutscenes. Have you guys noticed this too? Or am I missing something? Has anybody seen?
I feel like I've seen gameplay, just like I saw in Hyrule Warriors, but I've seen lots of cutscenes.
I've seen definitely lots of cutscenes.
But I could be wrong. It could have all been cutscenes.
Yeah. So
it's a different art style too, so it might be kind of hard to tell.
True.
It's like more of a cartoony looking game, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the last few, so I'm kind of.
I
only watched the initial one and like the Nintendo Direct they had a little bit after that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
about. They
had
a little more of it, and they talked about like it's coming to 3DS, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, it is 3DS as well. Yeah. So the reason we're talking about it is they did release a new trailer which had no gameplay on it, and it's coming on October 20th to 3DS and Switch. Yeah, Justin just read that article, the headline. Yeah, so it is coming to 3DS and Switch October 20th. Like I said, I'm still on the fence about it. Justin actually and I had a conversation via text saying we're not really Fire Emblem fans, but
Yeah.
we liked Hyrule Warriors. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm in my own yard, and there's a fence in between, and there's a yard over here,
With Gables in
which
it.
is supposed to be the interest is the other yard,
Yeah.
and like I'm just hanging out in my yard, not even noticing the other yard, not because I think it's gonna be a bad game. I've never been into Fire Emblem Warriors. I think the gameplay will be cool, but honestly, I wouldn't have probably played Hyrule Warriors if it wasn't Zelda personally.
Yeah.
But I don't think this game will be bad. I think October 20th is not a great time to come out.
It's a weird time.
But it seems a little crowded there even for the Switch. But including everything else.
Especially
going
the
around
Switch, yeah.
But you know, maybe the guy playing Fire Emblem Warriors is going to be playing Mario. Or maybe it doesn't even matter because that game will be there if there's a big holiday push for the Switch and stuff like that. So the timing seems a little weird to me.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
got
More than a little
Xenoblade
weird,
Chronicles 2 coming out. When is that
Supposed to
coming
be.
out?
Allegedly.
Supposedly.
Yeah, probably December. Yeah.
So maybe there's some stuff in there. I feel like maybe that game should come out in
Better next year, I think. Almost.
maybe
January, February.
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not dissing on this game. Yeah, I guess I haven't watched many trailers of it. I thought I saw a little gameplay. It reminded me of Hyrule Warriors, just with Fire Emblem characters, and I think it could be cool. Just not something I'm super interested in, but something that is, if it comes out like, man, this game is so cool, kind of beyond just like, which I don't see happening.
Yeah.
Beyond like, oh, it's like a Dynasty Warriors game with Fire Emblem characters. It's sweet. Like I probably won't get it, but I think fans of the series definitely will dig this in some way or another. It's different from obviously Fire Emblem games. So, but yeah, it's kind of. I think it's gonna be. I'm not gonna pay a whole lot of attention to it, but know that it's there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, Hyrule Warriors didn't exactly get glowing reviews. I think it's like a 70s or maybe a low 80 on Metacritic.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's at that point, I'm about the same level with you.
Yeah, 80s is good.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but
I think this game will be there too.
But yeah, like
But just not my game for no particular reason. I just haven't got sucked into a Fire Emblem game yet.
Yeah.
Like I got close with Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah.
But I never actually have. Still to this day, haven't played that game, and maybe in the future release of Fire Emblem game, I will pick that game up. But at the moment, I haven't played one of them.
Yeah.
I know them from Super Smash Bros. Melee, where I first saw them.
That's about all I've ever played of them too. What about you, Gables?
For Fire Emblem Warriors and stuff, I do have some interest in it because of the fact that I do love the Fire Emblem franchise. I did like what happened with Hyrule Warriors, and seeing as how Fire Emblem Warriors is just basically a continuation from like sort of the Dynasty Warriors sort of gameplay and stuff like that. I'm interested, but at the same point, this releases 9 days before Super Mario Odyssey. That's
7.
Well, actually 7.
7 days.
Well, heck, I thought I released the 20th.
Oh, it is.
I thought Mario Odyssey released the 29th for some reason. My bad. But
I did too, but yeah, you're right, because it'd be
but
Friday.
here's the thing: it's like a week before Mario Odyssey. The thing is going to be ignored inside the large shuffle that is Mario Odyssey. So I just kind of wonder why it couldn't have been put in December, or why couldn't it have been like put inside September or something like that. It just
September, earlier enough that
At least 2 weeks
you
early.
can actually play the game
Exactly.
and enjoy it to its fullest extent before Mario
even if
comes
it's
out.
like late
Yeah.
September, it could have had potentially like maybe a 3-week span to where it probably would not have been overshadowed. But people are going to ignore this game and go forth and get Mario Odyssey on the Switch. Plus, because the well, that's just the thing. I personally probably won't play it at launch because I want Mario Odyssey more. Maybe later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the reasoning, one, maybe won't be ready in time, obviously, but I think also Pocket Tournament comes out on September 22nd, I think.
That's right. I knew there was a game in September.
So
I
they have
forgot
a-
what it was. Okay.
They have a game there.
That's true.
The only thing I was thinking, maybe a couple weeks earlier in October, I was thinking, well, I mean, why can't they just push it back a few weeks? But it's a 3DS game, too. So they have Pokemon coming out in November, so that's crowded.
In the middle of September, you also have
Metroid. Yep, and then Xenoblade, like we mentioned, the Zelda DLC is coming sometime around that
November
that period too.
or December, sometime in that region.
Yeah, so
for both of those.
they're definitely already pretty crowded unless you can get something in like maybe, like I said, early October would be the only spot that works. So yeah, I mean it's good. It's definitely, it feels like it's getting thrown out there to kind of almost die in a way. It's kind of the Titanfall 2 of this season, where it's gonna get crammed in between shit. And get overshadowed.
I get that.
Yeah, and
it's a good comparison in a way. I get that.
Yeah. I'm worried about the whole coming out the 3DS as well. Part of it.
Yeah.
Well, I get why they're doing it, obviously, because way more 3DSs in the world than there is Switches. But that part kind of is a turnoff. And then also just.
I would agree with you, but the more I think about okay, it's not the 3DS port turning into the Switch port. It's a Switch port being downgraded to 3DS in my eyes.
Is that what it is?
Because I feel like it has to be. Because look at that's what happened to Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be a great game. Run great on Switch. I think 3DS is just like even though it's not an afterthought, but it's coming from the Switch. They're toning that game down. I don't feel like it's like a 3DS game being blown up to a Switch. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the only thing that really is kind of the turnoff to me.
Yeah.
Or that not the only thing that's turn off. But
I get it. There's so many 3DSs out there, and there's 3 million, maybe 4 million.
I think it's like 5 million now.
Oh my!
It's over 5 million.
More than I thought. 5 million Switches out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but I get your concern.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm in the same boat as you guys. Like you said, the only reason I played Hyrule Warriors is because it was Zelda. And that way I just kind of bought that on a whim. It was like, do I get Destiny or do I get Hyrule Warriors? I picked Hyrule Warriors.
That's cool.
I think I made the right call on that because I really liked Hyrule Warriors. But
yeah, it's a surprise game. I've never played a game quite like it.
Yeah,
and maybe I wouldn't have ever played Dynasty Warriors. Thank you. Yeah. Type of game. And
yeah,
it was fun in its own weird way. I like that. I like that's something different.
Mm-hmm.
I like different.
Especially
so many games. Yeah, they're trying to be like alike, and for some ways good in a good way. But like I like how there's variety, and Dynasty Warriors is cool in its own way. I like that, and Hyrule Warriors is the only way that I ever got to notice that.
Same here.
So basically, that's what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I think that's what you're saying too.
Nintendo definitely needs that with different. I mean, giving out their IPs to other people. Speaking of Mario+Rabbids. Kingdom Battle coming out this Tuesday. Actually, I know Justin and I are getting that one. I think Gables is on the fence waiting to hear about that one.
He's in the yard, not noticing.
Yeah, he is not in.
I bet he's actually in the fence.
He's climbing up the fence.
It's up his alley. I think
it's up my alleyway. But it's not fully over the fence.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But during Gamescom, they did announce a season pass for the game. It's Ubisoft, so of course there's a season pass. The good news is it's only $20.
That's good news.
Yeah, and what it comes with is at launch you get 8 exclusive steampunk weapons. Hi Tony. Tony want to be part of the podcast, of course. And then also sometime this fall we're gonna get new challenges for and maps for co-op. And then also there's in 2018 sometime. This says 2018, no timetable. We're gonna get a what they're saying new unexpected story content. So whatever the hell that means. But yeah, that's coming out. I mean, I'm guessing, like I said, Justin and I are getting the game. I don't think I'm gonna get this, even if I really like Mario+Rabbids. 2018, a little far. I mean, depending on how late that comes out, I don't know how interested I am gonna be to go back into. Unless this game is Breath of the Wild good, where like I'm ready for DLC for that game. I don't see myself jumping back into that, even at only the low price of $20.
Yeah. I guess I'll go real quick. I definitely feel you there. I hear you.
Yeah.
And I agree, but only way that I differ is if I do really like Mario+Rabbids, I think I will pick it up. Granted, just like the Zelda DLC, the first couple things on here are like whatever.
Yeah.
Which people complain about, but to me it's like, me and Ty talked about this earlier. It's like, in my opinion, like $20 would have been for the story by itself. The other little things, they're kind of thrown in there for something, which it still feels stupid because you see the trick.
Yeah.
You know, kind
Especially when
of
you're giving 8 games out, or 8 guns
it's
on one
actually
day.
almost following the same formula as Zelda. Zelda has more substantial things in it, especially if you do like the sword quest stuff.
Well, yeah.
But it's almost following the same thing, even like the release schedule.
Yeah.
Even like because if this game when Zelda came out, it would have come out this holiday. Sounds like this probably spring is my guess.
You got what, 4
for the story?
You got 4
content.
chests at launch with Breath of the Wild. Then you got the stuff back in June, and then you got the big thing in this fall, this holiday season.
Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. Is basically just we're gonna try to get you spice. We're gonna give you something now.
What is co-op map? Can you play the whole game co-op map? I
So
don't
no,
understand what co-op
the
map
game is co-op. It's 2-player.
Always?
Yeah, I believe it's 2-player all the time.
What?
So yeah, so that's what it's solo challenges and co-op. So you can do solo or co-op.
There we go again.
Yeah.
Not reading.
Damn it, Justin.
Damn it.
I
get it now.
The Iowa high school graduation diploma is failing you. It failed a lot of us, don't worry. Yeah.
I failed myself.
But yeah, I don't know. I just don't see myself. And like I said, unless it's Breath of the Wild great, then I will.
It's not going to be that great, I don't
probably
think.
Not. If it comes
I think it'll be really good, though.
Yeah.
In its own way, but I hear what you're saying.
It'll be a good game, but it's not going to be
probably not going to pick this
that you must play.
Unless you weirdly freak out and geek out in this game.
Which
could happen.
Yeah. One, I was going to say I'm due for it, but Hellblade just came out a couple weeks ago. So. Yeah, I'm still in recovery stage from that game.
That's the only way I see you picking this up.
Yeah.
But Gables, I wonder.
Yes.
Oh man.
Gables. Well, you don't.
Well, it's like what I said before.
I was saying Gables as I was drinking.
Party foul.
It's like what I said before, though. I like the idea of like the Mario and Rabbids game and stuff, but I probably will not be able to pick that one up at launch either because I feel it does have the potential to be a good game. I just don't feel like I want to readily pick it up at launch because it's something new and experimental. I'm not 100% sold on the gameplay of it, even though it looks like a hardcore sort of like strategy game in similar style to say like an XCOM, like a miniature XCOM.
Yeah.
But no, at the same point, possibly may try it. I just want to see more gameplay of it. So I'm on the fence.
Yeah. I'm a little on the fence too. I'm gonna pick it up, but like the major concern I have with this game is actually the in between stuff of the between like when you're doing the XCOM style stuff. Like I wonder what that's gonna be like. Traversing the world and that's kind of like what if it has a really cool balance with that. I think it'll be sweet. I think it's gonna be super simple and straightforward with that. But it's either gotta be really obviously balanced between both those two or like super awesome combat so like the other stuff is whatever. Yeah. It's fine.
Early
but
no, I was gonna say early reviews, kind of not really reviews, but early stuff is coming out
and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Nintendo has really crazy weird embargoes. Like you can talk about this stuff.
Nintendo's usually good.
Well, they have like weird.
Ubisoft is not.
Yeah, but like Nintendo has like weird rules about like.
They do have strange rules, though.
Like you can talk about this, but you can't talk about this. You can show 20 minutes of this stuff, but you can't show any of this stuff here. Like they're weird about their embargoes.
That is true. Yeah. I was thinking of like when they, Nintendo's actually, if they think it's a good game, it's like a month before. Give a review.
Usually, ARMS had a review like 2 weeks out from the game.
Stuff like that. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I know what you mean now.
But early reviews, because they can only talk about the first couple hours, I guess, are the gameplay portions are good, but it's
slow.
It's slow.
That's kind of what I heard.
And in the beginning, like, because you're doing a lot of walking around with the little Roomba thing.
Yeah.
So that's the part I'm hoping it's just a quick a little walk to the next area to battle.
Yeah, I heard. Not to cut you off, I heard like that too, and like also, like after like half of the first world, it starts kind of picking up more, and all of a sudden like you die, and like oh shit, now the game's happening.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird cliff all of a sudden, from what I'm hearing, but like it kind of makes sense if you haven't played a game like that. It's like Mario; they always try to introduce new people to play it and stuff. So it kind of makes sense. But yeah, go on with what you're saying though about the. Yeah, I agree. Like your concern between these.
No, it's just people are just saying that the concern and stuff about following the Roomba thing around
Right.
is kind of coming true, I guess. What they've seen so far, what they can talk about is just you're just following a path. There's nothing. You're not breaking away from it. It's literally almost a straight line.
Nothing super interesting is
But,
happening.
yeah, just walking around the
I
hub
hope
world.
it switches up. But yeah.
Me too. Switch.
Switch.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, we're buying the game. If it's good,
Yeah,
we'll buy it.
it's
The season pass. So.
Gonna be a little late for me. I pre-ordered it too late, but it's coming.
Same. Mine's coming Wednesday. So
It's
just in
coming
time for my out of town vacation.
Yeah.
Like luckily, speaking of, actually, I want to talk about this real quick. This isn't part of my review stuff or talking about games I've been playing. The power went out for like 6 hours Monday night, which really sucked because I got Uncharted
During
Legacy.
the rainstorm and shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a really bad storm on Monday.
Finally, which sounds weird because most people don't want a storm. We've been waiting for a storm for like 2 months now.
Yeah, it's kind of a dry
Been
streak.
fucking drought here.
But I got for like the first time in a long time I got a game early. I got Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Oh yeah, you
And-
sent me that text message with a picture. That was cool.
Yeah, I was really excited. I'm like, holy shit, I got it a day early.
You broke
Which
the street date.
I guess a lot of people actually got for that order from Best Buy got it early, so I wasn't rare in that sense.
You ever think that a company might do it on purpose? Just do it. I think they should sometimes.
I wouldn't mind it. I know a lot. You go to like mom and pop shops.
Everyone's like, broke the street date.
yeah.
It was all planned.
But yeah, I was pretty excited about it. Like, oh, cool, I'm gonna jump in that, play it tonight. Went to go play it about after 5 o'clock my time, and power went out. Didn't come back on until almost 11. So thank God for the Switch. My power's gone out twice now in the last few months, and I think it's happened like once in the decade I've been here, and the Switch has been a lifesaver for me both those times. I played almost the entirety of Phantom Trigger, which I don't really want to talk about because I got enough stuff to talk about this week.
Yeah.
But I played almost the entirety of that during the course of that power outage.
Real quick, I want to add this because you remind me of something that I think is so cool. I didn't think about one of the positives of the Switch. You're playing a game on your TV. It's docked, whatever. You're playing Zelda. You're in the fucking last battle. Whatever you're doing. Power goes out.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Your shit did not just go out in your Switch.
Yeah.
It's still running, buddy.
Yeah.
That is so fucking cool to me.
Yeah. Like the Xbox.
Just so cool.
The Xbox did a kind of cool thing where they had like the big brick. Actually,
Super long extended period of time where the
10 seconds.
which is good though for
But power surge comes through. Yeah.
totally yeah. That's beyond like it going. It's smaller than it going out like it will happen, but that is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
There's a reason for the big power break and I like that too. I remember hearing about that actually.
It was a cool thing because there's been a few times where like we'll get like power surges every now and again that just go out like a few seconds. But like I'm playing my PS4 and it goes out.
It didn't touch it.
Yeah.
It didn't touch your 360. It didn't touch your Xbox One maybe even with the
The
brick.
Xbox One's the same way. Yeah.
Same way.
So-
Yeah, probably.
But
Yeah.
The PS4 though, like playing that, if it happens, it's happened to me a few times, and like whatever you were doing is gone.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that was kind of a cool thing. Just want to mention.
That's cool. Glad you mentioned that because that's actually I never heard anyone talk about that.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool little thing about the system.
Yeah, because it was a lifesaver because it's late at night, so couldn't really do anything, and my battery, I'd only been home from work for a little bit, so my phone was nearly dead, so I couldn't watch anything on my phone really. So I'm like, well, I got to switch. So but luckily I just bought Phantom Trigger, and that was a lifesaver.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Moving on. Next topic. This is kind of another thing came from Gamescom. Recore. I don't know if you guys remember that. Me talking about that last year.
I was interested in it. I have not played it yet.
You might possibly.
I might be.
Mm,
We'll have a conversation here pretty soon.
yeah, good time to play it. So Recore Definitive Edition is comes out this Tuesday actually, August 29th.
It's coming out before the Xbox One X.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's coming out with apparently some up-res graphics, HDR effects, all that. You can. It's kind of like the PS4 where you can get you can do the HDR if you have a TV that's capable of it in a boost mode kind of thing, but you don't have the full Xbox One.
It just kind of adds another effect to it.
Yeah.
If you real quick, you might have been about to say it, but if you own the game already, yours automatically becomes a definitive.
It's
edition.
an update. It's an update.
That's what I've heard. That's cool.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. So
That's how it should be. It makes sense, especially with the Xbox One X coming out. So
yeah.
stuff like
So kind of what's going on with it is what they're doing with the definitive edition is like you mentioned. If you own the game, there's an update coming, so you got whatever you buy it. If you just bought the regular one you use right now, you got the definitive edition as long as you hook up and download the update. Kind of things come with it is
You'll find a used copy now.
Yeah, I picked it up for $20 a year ago used, so it's probably cheaper now. But they have a new quest called Eye of the Obsidian. There's a new robot, and then some other pieces you can buy because you can customize your robots. My thing with this, and I want to mention, is that game was really good core concept, no pun intended. But that game was like 6 to 9 months away from being finished. That game was buggy and broken as hell. I love the parts that are there. What they were trying to do is really, really cool. But the game was just not. It was not finished, and
they made a mistake of releasing it too early.
Way too early.
And instead of just pushing it back, which that year that came out, like I remember, like
it was just last year, last September.
I know why they did it. There was not much coming out. Yeah, but man, they would have waited.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. Like what I've seen of some of the gameplay and like the ideas of that game, sounds fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was like a crazy like 3D like Mega Man or something.
Yeah, it's one of the most
sounds interesting
broken like full releases I have played this generation outside probably Unity. Unity is probably the worst example or the worst case.
Exclusive though.
Yeah, but as far
as is it the most broken exclusive you've played?
Yes, by a long shot.
What's number 2?
Exclusive?
Yeah. Be honest.
I can't really. Something for PS4 I'm probably missing.
I can't think of either. I was just curious.
Sorry. I just didn't know if you had something in mind. I can't
spot.
think of anything I know off the top of my head exclusive wise. No.
I can't either. I'm sure
there's probably something we're missing.
There we go.
But no, it was a really upsetting game. The fact that it was just like that game, the way it was like, I don't blame the developers. They were probably told, hey, this needs to come out now.
Whips.
Yeah.
Happening.
And they had some cool stuff in mind. I'm hoping this means that the definitive edition is actually just the finished edition. That's probably what they should call it. Hopefully is what it is. Because like, what was crazy to me is just like, you can actually, so the new robot actually was advertised in the game before the game came out. You can find parts for the game, for that robot, and there are sections you can see in the map that you couldn't go to because you need the robot to get to those points. So, but you can get there through like weird, like kind of glitching through stuff, or not even really glitching, but just like if you're really good at platforming, you can get to those sections without the robot.
This makes you want to go to the person's house who came up with the decision to release it and smack him.
Yeah,
smack him right across the face and say, "You're wrong."
Yeah,
you're not wrong right now.
There's other problems with the game too.
Don't release this game.
Yeah, but there was other problems with the game though too.
Other ones too. Okay.
But like just like you had like you collected cores, and you needed like to get so many cores to open this door to get to the next area, and it kind of artificially made the game longer in a way. Like I remember I got to what finally did it for me. I dealt with all the glitches, all the bugs, and all the bullshit, and I put probably almost 10 hours in this game. And I got to a point where it's like I needed like 30 cores, and I had like 7. And it's not like these things are like just laying around everywhere. So I'm just like, fuck that.
That kind of where it kind of turns me off when you start saying stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just like, now it just feels like, okay, now you gotta grind and do this shit.
You can see through the fucking two-way mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I'm hoping they fix that part, and if they do, that'd be great. I am curious to see, I'm hoping there's reviews or something out there for this.
Like, again, like, re-review it.
Yeah, like an update or something. Because I want to know what people say, and if it's finished and they fix that. I mean, because I hope the game's finished, but hopefully they fix those issues, because those parts ruined that game for me. Even despite, like I said, all the bugs and everything. So
this could be a way. Fortunately, hopefully, the people that made the decision to put out earlier, they had to, or whatever happened, to like rectify or make the people's work that they worked so hard on this game, to give them like another chance.
Yeah.
And to be like, you know what? Please try this again.
Yeah.
I hope it feels that way, like you're saying. I want to see reviews too.
And especially,
I want to know people that played it before, like you, and I want to know if they play through it again. Like, I want to know the difference.
Yeah.
I want to. Is it much better now? Stuff like that. Like, I just want to know. Can you feel that this is like a more complete game? And you know what they were going for, and you respect it. Kind of thing.
And that's kind of why I mentioned it, because I wanted to mention this to people, because there's a good game there. It just needed to be finished, and a couple other things
Need some
fixed.
guidance.
Yeah,
and more time.
Yeah. So I just want to mention that, because I want people to. I hope that I want people to keep an eye on that, because I know there was some buzz around it last year.
Yeah.
From people.
No, there definitely was some buzz around the game.
Yeah. So I want to bring a couple people hear that and check it out. I hope that's definitely it comes out and it's good. But moving on to kind of I think probably the last topic, but SNES pre-orders, classic pre-orders are finally came out. They finally came out.
Kind of came out.
They kind of sort of came out. If you can if the website did not crash, they were out. If you could put your credit card in, they were out. If it said out of stock, but actually you just click the out of stock button 15 times and it says add to your cart, then they came out. That's Target. But yeah, Justin got his SNES Classic.
I got one.
You did?
Only because of my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I tried to get more than one, but it wasn't.
There's a reason to keep her around.
She even asked before I asked her, which is kind of cool. No, I asked her before she left. Well, a little bit. I was like, just could you try to see if you get more than one? And she did the whole. She asked, like, okay, I'll get one under my name, Justin, under my boyfriend's name, and I'll get one under my own name or whatever. Like, no, you can't do that, kind of thing.
It's understandable.
Which I get.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they even let her get one under my name, to be honest. And I'm glad that could happen at least. But she got one, and I have one. And it's unfortunate that someone told me they only had 10 per store. I have no idea.
The average was like 8, I guess, was the rumor. 8 per
I don't
store.
know how she got one, because when I used to go to GameStop, our local GameStop, and get an Amiibo, there was like 30 people waiting in line, so I don't know how that was possible.
Because this was like announced
a weird time.
Yeah.
She got there somehow and got one. It must have been insane. She must have been super lucky. But that being said, I'm not trying to stick up. There's I'm not sticking up for like going against like Nintendo. I'm just kind of saying how I think it happened. Especially like things crashing. When the Project Scorpio, which was something that happened this week, Xbox One X first came on to pre-order, sites did not crash. But they sold out within like a few hours or something. I will say the difference between that and why if Xbox One X costed $80, it also would have broke the system.
Well,
because you would have had scalpers spending taking a small chance as opposed to $500, which it's a big difference in scalping the shit out of it and selling it on eBay. Like, people are going to go for the cheapest thing you can sell for $200 and make double or more your profit, or 1.5 times whatever you spent. That's a big issue with the SNES Classic pre-orders. But I also think that I didn't think it was that chaotic, but I understand now because it's all sold out. I guess that's the chaos of it all.
And I want to counterpoint the Xbox One X thing real quick.
Go for it, yes.
Where they announced last Tuesday, because the pre-orders went up on Sunday afternoon. They announced last Tuesday that after our Gamescom presentation, Xbox One X or Xbox One Scorpio pre-orders will go live.
Yeah.
So they gave everybody, they told
up.
everybody exactly when they're going to happen. SNES Classics did not happen when I think Best Buy and Walmart did theirs at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. One's a brand new console coming out. Oh, I just want to say, would it have made a difference? If everyone knew it was coming out at 1 o'clock, would you have still got one? Probably would have been worse.
No, but it would have been if people would have known that 2 a.m. or did a better time at least for it. At least give us a heads up. Don't tell us August there's pre-orders coming out.
At least know when you're not going to get one.
Give me I don't
think you would have got
but
one.
But at least prepare people. Don't 2 o'clock in the morning release pre-orders or noon on a Wednesday when people are at work. Give people a chance to get prepared. Because the people that want to do it, that really want to, give the people that actually really want this shit a chance to get it. Yeah, definitely there's going to be scalpers. There's definitely problems at both ends. Consoles always sell out on pre-orders. PS4 Pro even sold out with pre-orders. I get that. This thing would have sold out on pre-orders regardless.
Right.
But it still should be handled better, is my thing.
Yeah.
2 a.m. for
I'm
those,
not.
and then just going out and it's just like random times.
I think you should still be able to pre-order it personally.
And also just the history of Nintendo with getting with their supply and demand, especially with the SNES, with the NES Classic last year. That whole clusterfuck. We are fresh off that. Switches are hard to find, not their fault. I understand. There's 3 hot items that Nintendo has that nobody can get.
No, I'm not sticking up for that. I'm just saying about what I think what happened. What's funny though is there's like almost, you said 5 million Switches.
I think 4.8 as of
almost
June 30th.
5 million Switches.
Yeah, it's probably 5 at this point.
Do you know how many NES Classics were made and sold?
It was only a few 100,000, wasn't it?
More than 3 million.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised by that number. I heard that on something that I read. Or I read it on something that I read, sorry.
Huh.
I didn't hear it. I read it as I read it. Or heard it as I read it. But I was surprised by that. And I was like thinking, that's a big number. Even though the demand was still higher. Is there just too much demand for what you can possibly do? And also, we don't know. I don't know how many pre-orders there actually were. Are they planning on having just a little bit of pre-orders and like a shitload in the store? I don't know. This is all we won't know until it happens.
So what happened to me though is around lunchtime at work, I was on Twitter following Wario64, who was like the go-to guy for when shit goes live, and I was sitting there like 8 seconds after he posted. Target.com has SNES Classics. Went to go put all my information. Immediately took me 2 minutes to get all my information put in. Sold out. Went to Amazon. Same thing happened. Not Amazon. Best Buy Canada. Went there. Same fucking thing happened to me. Like then it was GameStop's website crashed almost immediately. The app kind of worked. The only way I could get
still when you call, I called them today. They said we're so sorry about the SNES Classic pre-orders. They're still not going well.
Yeah, there was 5 websites I went on. I spent from noon to 2 following, just constantly refreshing Wario64's Twitter page, trying to pre-order one of these things. And I went on 5 different sites the moment they were posted. They were up, and all 5 sold out in less than 2-3 minutes. Target had a weird thing, like I mentioned, where like it said out of stock. We kept clicking on it, and like 1 out of every 15 clicks would say
they have some weird shit sometimes.
Pop in, yeah. So
I tried doing that before with the NES Classic.
So yeah, like I said, I mean, just the whole process was bungled. I give Best Buy Canada props for the fact they gave everybody, I guess, a 2-hour heads up when they were gonna put the pre-orders up. Everybody else was completely random. Like people just,
that's weird.
The GameStop, I text you as soon as like I saw
yeah.
Wario 64 was who I saw. Was like, I guess people are calling GameStops and they're doing in-store pre-orders right now.
Yeah. Even if I didn't get one, I'd still feel the exact same way. Like, how do you combat the demand for this thing? Explain it to me, please.
There's no way to combat.
I don't understand.
Well,
it.
the way
Look what happened with Pokemon Go. It couldn't even handle like this. I'm not like those are 2 different things, but I'm just kind of looking at like phenomena. NES Classic was a phenomenon in a weird way. It's an old weird little. Usually they've been selling like Sega ones for a long time, Atari, but they never blew up like that did. Like, how do you combat that stuff when you have limited resources?
There's never a foolproof way to combat it, and the argument, one of the biggest
Explain
issues.
To me what you would do. I want to know.
I think I'm
curious.
I would do what Microsoft did, was give everybody heads up when they're coming out, do it at a decent time of day, and where it's mid-afternoon, something like that. And if people
are not working,
yeah. So
some people are.
Or do an in-store if you're gonna do in-store pre-orders, do it in the evening. Say GameStop 5 p.m. on Wednesday. you can start doing in-store pre-orders. The biggest issue a lot of people had at first with the NES Classic was that there was no pre-orders.
Yeah, that was a huge issue.
And then also, to come to find out, they didn't tell people that it was a limited run until after it was done.
Right.
So is it better? Yes. But I think there's definitely improvements they could have done. And the reason why people are more upset about this is just because of Nintendo's history with supply being so low on popular, like the Amiibos. That stuff was ridiculous for a couple of years. The Wii for a few years was insane to find.
You know what I would do if I was them?
What's that?
I would just do everyone that wants them pre-order it right now. I would just say it, just face value. Pre-order the system right now. You're not going to get it in when it comes out, but you will be guaranteed one if you show us the money right now. Give me $80, it's yours. We will make one for you.
Yeah, one per person.
One per person.
Yeah.
One per credit card, whatever the thing is, your low account at GameStop. That is what I would do. Because I feel like I would get everyone who ever wanted one.
And that's what Amazon's doing, actually, where they're coming in rushes. So they sent emails to people. It's kind of like what they did with the PS4, what Amazon did.
Yeah.
Where they let a bunch of people pre-order it, but they said, like, they would email you when you were your not expected date you would get it. So they so when I pre-ordered initially, I had a launch day one because I had pre-ordered early enough. But it's kind of just went order pre-order.
Like, hey man, you might get yours 2 months later, but you're gonna get one.
It would lower demand, I think, also because people are buying for scalping. That's what it is. I mean, you go on eBay immediately, 20 minutes after all those started going up in the afternoon on was it Wednesday? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
It would lower demand.
They're $300. One person has theirs on eBay. They allegedly pre-ordered 50 of them, which I don't know how he did that. I mean, I guess there's ways you can do it, but
people have bots
selling
and
it
stuff doing it
automatically.
Yeah.
So
that's why you get in there when you hear about it, it's gone.
Yeah,
because you have scalpers doing the shit.
Yeah,
but
no, but the people are selling it for $250 pop right now.
Yeah,
this one person has 50 at $250.
It's insane.
So I actually did the math; they'd make about $9,000 in profit. That's not
Yeah.
What about you, Gables? Where are you at on this whole thing?
2 words. Fuck Nintendo.
That was one of my tweets I did. I was so pissed off on that day.
And here's my explanation for this. They know entirely damn well how popular the Super Nintendo Classic will be. This is an artificial inflation. This has always happened in terms of what they've done, in terms of putting out the consoles that they've done, along with the NES Classic for last year. I knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, when this thing was announced, that this is what's going to happen. I did not, however, think that it would be one of the absolute worst possible things you could possibly do for your product. Let a lot of the pre-order stuff go live randomly in the middle of the fucking night that you cannot even have a chance to pre-order it. I was a fucking sleep when this started going live. 2 a.m. in the morning? Hell, if I would have been up by then, yeah, but as an average everyday person, I wake up early to go to work. In the middle of a Wednesday night? Are you kidding me? I wake up like around 4 a.m. every single weekday in order to go out and stuff like that. At this point, I'm sort of in my piece to where, hey, you know what? I'm probably not going to be able to get this device because of how brain dead, pointless it is to go forth on trying to pre-order this console. Hell, I already am seeing, say, for the last part of September, when this thing does release, I'm going to see people parked outside of GameStop and camping throughout that entire 8-hour shift because they have no fucking life other than going through and waiting for such a device where they probably are going to get maybe 4 or 2 in stock. I could see the same thing happening to what the local retailers around my area, the 2 Walmarts that are around a freaking 14-mile radius. Oh, hey, we ran out of pre-orders and stuff because we sold them to the employees or some random shit. Which, I'm just insinuating. May not happen. But at the same point, yeah, I have firm belief that there are employees that work at those retailers that do probably get a whole slew of, stuff set aside for them so they can buy it, either before their shift begins or whatever.
They're big fans.
Wouldn't you look out for people you knew if you worked?
Yeah, pretty much so. That's just the thing. That's just would be common
It's still
knowledge.
upsetting as a consumer, though.
It's just a consumer monopoly right there in and of itself. But I am heavily disappointed that these pre-orders started going live at such an obscene duration during the morning. I absolutely hate that this is pretty much guaranteeing those who actually want the console are probably not going to see it because of Nintendo's clear focus that they want to do with the virtual console down the line. This is the only clear-cut explanation that I could possibly think of that's rational. And that's the only reason why they're putting out so few of numbers and stuff like that, where they could have predominantly had this thing just really be a holiday seller pretty much, is they have not seen anything with a virtual console for the Switch. And this is exactly pretty much what I feel is going to go on, where it's going to be the same thing like the NES Classic. They sell maybe a few 100,000 copies or something in the US and stuff, then maybe introduce another model the next year. I kid you not. If we come up with a virtual console service for the Switch, it's probably going to only have maybe the NES and the Super NES games that you probably wouldn't have been able to get with the NES and Super NES Classic. And the next year is probably, in 2018, is probably going to be some sort of N64 Classic with the same type of crap. So, I know I'm sort of rambling on this, but I feel absolutely angry as a Nintendo fan. I want this device.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, and that's
sure.
And that's I think the point. It feels almost like a slap in the face.
It is a slap in the face
to Nintendo fans when things like this happen. Because a lot of times the people that really want it, and it could definitely be the vocal minority, but the people that really want it are the ones that have the most trouble. It seems like that really want it. They want to get I don't give a shit about. I don't want this thing. I have one pre-ordered through the UK website, but that's going to Gables. But so Gables, you're getting one.
Oh, really?
You're getting mine. No, not mine. But you're getting one I pre-ordered a long time ago.
Shit.
But I want to get one locally. I don't have to pre-order from a whole different country. Because I feel kind of like a dick almost pre-ordering it from the UK, taking it from them. But even though the Famicom one's I think it looks fucking badass.
Yeah,
I think it's cool as hell.
But
I'd rather personally have that one too.
It's just
cool.
This stuff. It's just this kind of gets old after a while. I guess
it is old,
and it's they knew this thing. They knew how popular this thing was going to be, and everything. There's two ways that Nintendo can make up for this. To me,
go for it.
One, this thing's sitting on shelves all winter long,
stacked up.
Maybe I know the first week or two after it comes out, maybe all of October it's gonna be tough to find, but around Black Friday, if there's around Black Friday or early December, whatever,
pyramid full.
Yeah, if you what everybody thought the NES Classic was gonna be is that you're gonna just see this thing on the side of a shelf, in Target or Best Buy or Walmart or whatever. This thing is gonna be everywhere, and it obviously did not happen. If it becomes not that, I understand it won't. That's not going to happen. But where it's easier to find, I don't have to go to Target or GameStop every morning when they open to find out if it's there.
Yeah.
Or number two, with the Switch when they do finally announce virtual consoles, hey, you guys that didn't get this thing, that didn't get the NES Classic or the SNES Classic, we're gonna give you that exact same bundle digitally on the Switch. For $60, you get the NES Classic, all the games on there. $80, all the games they're on the SNES Classic. Here you go.
Won't happen.
It won't happen. But those are the two ways that, to me, they can totally redeem themselves in this.
I agree with the first one.
Why wouldn't you agree with the second one, though?
Not that I disagree with you. It'd be cool.
I don't think either will happen, but I think
the first one's more likely to happen.
It's more likely, but I don't think it will.
I am hopeful for your first thing.
Yeah.
And I think that the 2 a.m. thing, this is just me looking at, on the outside looking in. I feel like I get attacked when I just say things like this. But, I'm just saying, to me, if I'm trying to combat, scalpers, they're using bots and stuff. So sending it out at a weird time, 2 a.m., whatever, no one's up, unless you have a job overnight, like some people do. But they're going to be sold out, whatever, pre-orders. A lot of them go to scalpers, whatever. But I'm hoping, like Tyler said with his first thing, there's a whole bunch of them. And honestly, Virtual Console is a whole different discussion to me than this thing. People dog on Virtual Console, but to me it's the only virtual console that actually keeps going. So people talk about, like, I gotta keep on paying full price for these games, but you really don't, unless you go from Wii U to 3DS. From Wii to Wii U is like $1 or less. Like, that's not that big
But that's
a deal.
only if you transfer.
At least they still have.
But yeah, you're right though. At least they still have the option.
At least they have Nintendo games on
True.
the Wii U. At least, because I wish, this is my little nitpick about PS4. I wish it had fucking Resident Evil 1, but it doesn't. Like,
It
yeah.
does. It has the remake.
Yeah, it does. The remake.
No.
It's a PlayStation game.
Don't even get me started.
remake
on it.
of the remake.
$20 remake of the remake. I played it, beat it. I love that game still. But I'm just saying, like, people don't give them props where props should be given, in my opinion. But they do give them drops where drops should be given.
Well, no, people
More than not. Like, that's all I'm saying.
People have been ragging on the PSN now since that thing has been put in place, since the price points were announced, and that thing
Yeah,
but that
that's
means
a whole different thing. That's streaming.
Yeah, but it's
But yeah,
kind of the same
they're rigging
thing
on it.
It's
It's a good idea for PS Now.
True.
But yeah,
But-
I mean, come
but
on.
yes,
I got
the main point-
PS3 that can play.
The main point of the matter
Go
is,
for it, yeah.
with Nintendo going through and like having these pre-orders for this SNES Classic be pretty much like set in point so that other retailers and stuff could, release them whenever they possibly felt like, probably after an embargo and stuff. This is still pretty much on Nintendo, not only for like just enforcing these type of guidelines so that these retailers can make some obscene like announcement drops and stuff. It just makes me question, it's like, how the hell are these scalpers going forth and getting this information beforehand and stuff? Is there literally people that are just staying up every hour of the day in order to fucking do this?
They don't have to be up, probably, man. They probably got their shit set up, taken, updating, refreshing. Then all of a sudden it comes open. They have like a little program that goes in and says boom, 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 boom. Got one.
That's how
boom, 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 boom. Got one.
That's how like Wario 64 knows that they go up live as he does the bots for them.
There you go. But I'm not. Yeah.
A thing I want to mention, and this is the thing you mentioned to me when we were talking that day when they went live, is I had alerts set up for multiple sites, and I did the same
3
thing.
or 4.
I had Target,
for me,
Best Buy, and Amazon. I think.
In Walmart
and GameStop. So I had those 4 places that alert you. What they did is they actually changed like the product number on the website so that people would. So
that's
this happened to me before.
bullshit.
So this isn't Nintendo. This is the websites doing it,
or whatever.
but still,
yeah.
This isn't the first time this has been done. I remember when the PS4 was they put the product page up.
It's happened to me with everything I actually put that thing on.
Yeah, they don't actually. I think
Never actually sends you an email. It's available now.
Yeah.
Never.
I do want to go back to the virtual console thing though, where I think that thing should be better from the aspect that they should release better games more often. The fact that Pokemon Snap wasn't released
more often, I agree.
until March of this year for Wii U.
I agree with that.
There's big games. That's the thing I will say. The one thing I'll say nice about PlayStation Now is every big game on PS3 that was ever came to PS3 is on PSN Now. So that's something I'd like to see them
Because
do.
if it's backwards compatible, though, then you'd be able to play it anytime.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about if I could put a cartridge in my Switch, so I could play those games anytime though too. Kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
But no, it's like it's definitely the backwards compatible. I'll give you that. But I mean, just from the aspect though, it was like but if you have PSN Now, they give you a good reason to buy it. I want that with virtual console. I just want to be better at this. And if those are the 2 things they offer you, is giving us the classic stuff in our Switch, gives you it makes sense too because it gives you more reason to buy a Switch. Because if you want those,
if you don't think I want
come get this.
Star Fox 2 on the Switch's virtual console,
and that's
you're crazy.
And that's something I mentioned a long time ago
should be
when
there.
they announced
it needs to be there.
That's the first game that should come to the virtual console to me for the Switch when that thing does come out.
Yeah,
is Star Fox 2.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be there to me.
Earthbound 3.
Earthbound 3.
Mother 3. I mean,
they hate you, Justin. That's
Earthbound endings probably should be called.
Yeah, how many copies of Earthbound did you buy for the Wii U,
Earthbound
Justin?
Curtain Call or something.
Only one.
Only one.
I bought 4. I have to keep rebuying.
You gotta keep rebuying again. You gotta rebuy them. 18. You gotta make 18 accounts.
Oh, if it comes to Switch, I might have to pay $1.
No, but
but I can take it anywhere.
If you only bought it once.
Oh god, if it's only $1, hell, I'd be able to pay for that fucking shit. That's how I did with my VC content.
That's all my point is. But yeah, do I agree that you guys, everyone should have one? Yes.
Yeah.
No. SNES Classic pre-order. Yes, I do agree that. I'm not like defending Nintendo for that. I'm just saying,
I'll tell you the people.
I feel like I'd be
I'll
the
tell
other
you the
voice
people
here.
who don't deserve to have an SNES Classic, and that's scalpers.
I know who it is. Scalpers and
Nazis.
filthy animals.
Yeah, Nazis too.
I like Nazis. I don't like Nazis. I'm gonna phrase that.
Wait,
I would rather Nazis. I'd rather filthy animals had this than Nazis.
you filthy animal.
I'd rather have Monkey had an SNES Classic
Man.
than a Nazi.
Like I said, if I worked at Nintendo real quick, I would, yeah, like you said, it'd probably decrease demand for like the scalpers and shit like that. But you pre-order one, you're gonna have one eventually.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it past this deadline. If you don't pre-order one past October 1st, 2017, I think is the year we're in, you will not have one ever.
Is it? I think it's like 2000.
Just, I mean, that will bring demand. Fuck.
You know what's
And
interesting?
you'll have one for someone. It might be late.
The key
But it's
thing
coming
is,
to you,
the key
but-
thing is stopping scalpers. I think to me, like
How the fuck do you stop?
you
them?
never fully stop, 'em, but
I know.
but you like
You
you can slow
telling
it down.
them when it's going to go on sale, stopping them.
No, but it gives everybody a chance. It makes
It's
it
more of a
fair,
fighting
it's
chance.
It's a fair playing field.
All right.
We're like, hey, you knew when it was coming out, even though it might have been
Mhm.
10 a.m. on Wednesday. You knew when it was happening.
More of a principle thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we're
I
giving
agree with
everybody a fair. We're giving
I
everybody a shot.
agree with you completely, actually.
Because if you have bots, everybody has bots. If the scalpers have bots set up, it gives the consumer that doesn't know what the fuck a bot is. I don't know how to do that shit.
No,
But it gives them
me
a
neither.
chance to go on there and do it.
Hey.
So that's my point. It's not going to stop them, but you can slow them down.
Cheers to that. I agree with you, man.
Maybe 20% more people that want one got one.
Try a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Don't give me. It's coming out. The pre-orders are coming in August. Don't give me that. Give me more than that. Just give me a day. I don't know, something.
Something.
But anyways,
Yeah, no, I agree.
Uh,
I agree.
Hey guys, Tyler here. Fortunately, we have to cut the show off here. Unfortunately, for the first time in nearly 4.5 years of doing the show, we went over our allotted space that we pay for every month on our Libsyn account to post a show. We wanted for almost another hour after this, and it's just too big for what we had left for space. Gave you a ton of content this month with 4 brand new episodes and then 4 old episodes. Or no, actually 5 old episodes. My bad. So 9 podcasts this month. So unfortunately, it made us go over for our time. So what I'm doing is, you're getting this part. Obviously, it's out now, and then we give you part 2 next weekend for you guys when we went over my bracket, which was a lot harder than I thought it would be. And then also what we've been playing: Uncharted Lost Legacy, Madden, and Sonic Mania. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I guess we'll see you guys next week.